you need to remember is this. You do have experience. And you need to kind of also think about the potential people that will employ you, because they're going to know it's an entry-level job that they're offering. They also know that you will be coming in with very little experience. And so it is, it is a way to show. So the way you do this is simple. Think about, do a skills assessment. How, I don't know. It depends on the area, because some areas will BCF will require you to have minimum education, like a master's degree, and do a few other things. You really need to look at the legal requirements. Now, getting back to PUVET, so you need to start up a CV, and the best one. So if you are, 1 second, Aaron. So what you need to do, PV, is start what's called a functional CV. And that focuses on your skills. And where do your skills come from? They come from your schooling, comes from anything extracurricular, anything volunteering. So do a skills assessment. Think about projects that you have led, people you have led, what have you written, and take a look at the job description and match up your own experiences to that job description to highlight it. And probably, if you're going to put it on CV, most likely it's not going to be more than a page long. And that's fine. They understand it. They know it. So to answer your question, and I will be with you in 1 second, Aaron. So to answer your question, the way you do it is really simple. Look at your skills that you've done. Do a functional CV, and you should be fine. If you just do a quick web search, you can find any type of examples of functional CVs. It focuses on your skills versus job experience. Getting to you, Aaron. So if you don't have school, so again, these would be anything entry level. So again, hospitality. If you're over the age of 18 or older, you can do like alcohol. You can work in no problem, PUV. It's just thinking outside the box and thinking about the skills that you already have and matching that, and just be able to be prepared if you do get an interview to tell them where those skills come from, and to be able to provide examples. So if you turned 18, so you can do a lot then. So that doesn't really limit you. So you can do, work in kitchen. You can work serving alcohol. So anything hospitality is a good one. You can do customer service. So like call centers, taking phone calls. It is also and the nice thing about call centers, while there's a high turnover, they do offer a bit of flexibility around your schedule, and they have a variety of shift patterns. So that means you can basically get shift patterns to fit your lifestyle. And some, not all, will also offer you commission. So if it's a sales, you do get commission. So it means you have a basis for the commission. You get a lot of commission. And it's a good way to kind of supplement your income if you can do that and you don't mind selling. Again, there's always kind of like the warehouse assembly lines. Again, there's a lot of agencies out there. It's there's a lot like a Deco, Blue Arrow do a lot. Office Angels do a lot with entry level. So again, those three. Again, CV Library is another good one for entry level jobs. Take a look at those. They do have lots. So get your CVs out there. Also to look at employers in your area that will hire entry level. And these are, again, kind of like, hotels, restaurants, retail, um, and retail's another one, but retail, I think, is kind of going to the wayside. I think there's still jobs and still opportunities, but for you to get a job, I'll be with you in 1 second, Kimsley. I think for you to get a job in retail, I think it's going to be really difficult. I think with the holiday season, I think a lot of the retail places have already done their holiday season and then hiring. And now it's going to be kind of a very kind of quiet period after the white sales. And so it will be probably a little bit, we'll go into a bit of a lull. And then probably as we get closer to summer, you may start to see a bit of an uptick. But as things start to go more online, and the rising taxes on businesses, and still, rising unemployment, because we have a lot of people, when you have unemployment, people don't spend. If they do spend, they will tend to downgrade their choices. So it means that they will be oh yeah, there's always value, Aaron. They get the experience. Again, there's always, what you need to always remember when you do have experience, you need to always kind of peel it back and reframe it for the job. So if you're doing customer service, you may have a degree of negotiating that you do with customers, or there may be a bit of sales involved. There's also listening. So again, it's, taking that skill and then trying to break it down, what you've done, into smaller components. And so then you can use those kind of smaller components to align with other jobs. So there's always, the experience, the experience is valuable because you do get experience that will translate later to education that you can draw on for any further education or any further jobs. So let's get to you, Kimsley. You ask, and I just missed your question here, because I've had a lot of questions. Logistics job. Are you already in Europe?